Coach, playoff fever has immersed South Florida as we are at Hard Rock Stadium here in Miami. Today we continue on in Wild Card Weekend with a great AFC matchup between the New York Jets and the Miami Dolphins. The battle for the Lamar Hunt Trophy begins as we're underway in this AFC Wild Card game. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Hey, Foxtrot, Foxtrot.
Throwing to start the drive. Denny. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands. Guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you go make a play on the football.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. They'll run for the first time with Austin Eckler. He only got a couple on that one, so not a ton of help. They'll have a 3rd and 8 forthcoming.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Foreseeing completion on 1st down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going into the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
At 58 is the mic. Go 58 is the mic. It's going to be
off the play fake. Denny. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Denzel Ward. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 and a Jet touchdown. Well, it was 3rd down. Defensively, they were just hoping to make a play and get off the field, get their offense on. Instead, they did one better. Pick it off, take it into the end zone.
Well, they did what you said. They got off the field.
They're going to have to come right back on.
They're going to come right back on, but happily, right? They put the ball in the end zone. That's the way you start a game. That's the way you set the tone.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They've been a come-from-behind team all year. They'll need to do it again as they trail early in this wild card game. The run on 1st down gets them a couple up to the 27. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
Bravo!
58, right over there, right over there. Yeah, yeah. Mike, 58, right there.
Let's go, defense.
Here's 2nd and 8. This one complete to Christian Kirk. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. 23 yards the pickup there.
And the Dolphins, 1st down. 1st and 10.
On the ready.
50-yard line.
58, come on. I got you, boy. I got you, boy.
Running on 1st down, Eckler. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
53, Mike, 53. Get that quarterback.
Ready?
On 2nd down, Eckler. And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
60 outlaw. Hey, wahoo!
Mike, 53. 53. Mike. Quit talking about it and bring it. Check. 53's Mike. Check. 53's Mike.
Check tight end. Check tight.
Hey, Alpha!
53's
Five!
To throw on third down. Denny, and that's knocked away and incomplete. Batted away by the rookie out of Kentucky, Lonnie Johnson.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
And Quigley now on to punt as he sends this one away. And a great job on special teams to down it, as this will be marked out inside the 5-yard line.
Absolutely love the flexibility of these punters. Their leg drive, able to get it way up in the air, and that allows the punt team to get down there and down it inside the 10 because they've had some time.
It's been a long day for you. Check safety. Check. Jim, go.
They run it for the first time with Tony Pollard. And his first carry, he loses the football.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. Back to throw here. That's complete. Terry McLaurin with it. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
A gain of 9 yards. And the Jets first down.
Now they have a little more space to maneuver from the 15, first and 10.
Whip. Watch the whip. Shift.
They'll go with Pollard here on first down. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be second down.
Let's get that ball again. Let's get that ball right here. That's it. 35, Mike. 135. Tackles.
Second and 14. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a third down.
Well, he kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 24. And they're going to be set up in the red zone at the 15. That interception sets them up beautifully already in the red zone.
And you can hear it all the way up here. Oski, everyone turned to block, find a spot, and now they're set up inside the red zone for their offense.
3.5 to go, first quarter.
Right.
Greystone, snap!
Now Eckler trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
So after the run for no gain, here's second and 10.
Mike, 53. Here we go.
Hey, high 7.
Second and 10. This is caught. His second catch of this wild card game, and it goes for a first down.
Timing is everything, and they work on this cut all the time. They work on all the timing patterns, and this time it paid off for them. Worked him to the center of the field, cut it to the outside, ball's delivered, gets both feet down for the completion.
Trying to punch it in with Eckler. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
Brings up second and goal at the 4-yard line.
From back at the 4, here's second and goal.
65, 65.
Now a toss play to Eckler. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. No gain on the play there. They're going to need to come up with something better here on 3rd and goal.
Here we go. 90 Wolf.
Come to my work. We want it.
Hey, exit.
54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Let's go one more. Mike's 54. Mike's 54. Wild Bill. Wild Bill. Hey, watch Sam. Watch Sam. Check Mike. 52.
They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. And he fires one that's intercepted. Able to get there and pick it. He's got a convoy, and he might be gone. And a great return as he takes us up just shy of the 45. First quarter, and now he already has 2 interceptions.
Yeah, he's got to guard against being tentative from this point forward, though. He's got to still make the right reads, make the proper throws. I've seen guys in this league throw 4 interceptions in a game and win. He's got to understand, put it behind you, keep pressing forward.
They'll run with Pollard to begin the drive. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. 2nd and 13. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. So it can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Well, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. Not a chance at all. Way easier said than done.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Check 59. Mike. Mike is 59. Mike to 59.
They'll drop the throw. And he finds McLaurin. His 2nd catch of this wild card game, and it goes for a first down. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
From their own 40 to the other 40. The gain of 20 leads to 1st and 10. They'll run on first down. Pollard. And little room to maneuver there. He gets it down to about the 39. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
And here we go. Watch the pass. Watch the pass.
Shit.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Jets 7, Dolphins nothing.
Let's go. Look the outlaw.
Check. Watch 54. Watch 54.
Know your job.
On 2nd down, it's Pollard. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
Ready. Get to the flag.
Mike 54. Hey, watch that. Check.
He'll drop to throw. That'll be taken in there by Miles Boykin. And all touchdown, New York. Miles Boykin, 40 yards. And the Jets will extend their lead.
That score was not a game clincher by any stretch of the imagination. But the other team now has to be careful to not let this game begin to slip away.
Point after, right down the middle. And that'll make the score 14-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points get that 0 off the board. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Here we go on 2nd and 12. He's going to air one out, and that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
We said it before the game, and I think it's still apparent. If these guys are going to advance in these playoffs, they're going to have to wreak some havoc coming off the edge.
Yeah, wild card round. They told us the wild card could be that defensive pressure. They showed it there. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. Fielded just inside the 30. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here that could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's
under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
Well, maybe that can give him a little bit of a pick-me-up, a little bit of a jolt. One of the few things that's gone right defensively.
Because other than that, it's really been a first half to forget. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down.
25, check 25.
Here's Pollard. That'll get a little bit back, give him 5 on the run, and they'll be left with a 3rd and 13.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
The Jets on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is going to be 3rd and 13. On the draw, it's Pollard. And he'll get this up near midfield, but that's still a few yards shy of the 1st down. Give him 8 yards on the carry, and that's going to bring up 4th down. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him, so when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive, but at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer, and make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. First down, and they stick with Eckler. And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Hey, Charlie. Defense, let's go. '53 is the mic. 53 is the mic. Let's go, D.
To throw on second down, Denny. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Another dangerous throw there, partner. I mean, he's already thrown 2 interceptions here in the first half. I don't know if you want to keep throwing up 50-50 balls when you've had that kind of lack of success.
Yeah, absolutely. Very well could have been a 3rd interception in half number 1. On 3rd down, Denny. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. He's picked off just shy of midfield. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line.
Well, this is a defense that can confuse even the best of quarterbacks with their zone schemes. And here you've got a linebacker that's going to stay at home and just sit down in that zone. And this one basically comes right to him.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Sliding out of the pocket. That's complete to his receiver, McLaurin. And he's taken down inside the 30. Give him 15 yards on that one, and the Jets move the chains.
As a general rule, offensive linemen like to know where their quarterback's going to be when he's setting up to throw the football. But sometimes they just have to get on the run, get on the move. He was able to do that on that play and picks up a first down with a nice throw.
On first down, Pollard. About 3 yards there to the 27.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Here's a 2nd and 7. Complete. Smith has it. And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. Herb Smith Jr., 27 yards. And the Jets will extend their lead. Boy, it's nice to have that big, reliable target you can go to.
Each and every time. A lot of people see that position as a fallback. Throw it to them when all else fails. Not at all. This guy can make plays, and that's exactly what he just did.
Yeah, play here for a touchdown. Fielded about a yard deep. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
First down, Miami, as they get set to start the drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
Mike, 58, right there.
No gain on this.
Looking to throw on second down. Denny. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence, that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3.
Hey, zoom.
From the gun, Denny. 1:58 left to play till we hit halftime. Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going. Coming up at the half, we remind you that we're going to do what we've done all year. We'll get you down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. Coach will have the lowdown of what's going on here in this wild card weekend as we begin the road to the upcoming Super Bowl. 12 yards on the return that time. And that will come the offense as they take over.
26-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete. Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. Pollard going to try the right side. They'll have a first down past the 40 and all the way up to the 45-yard line. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts, and they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. First down, and it's Pollard again. And he's got room. And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. Tony Pollard, 55 yards. And the Jets will extend their lead. They talked about stringing together some explosive plays here in the playoffs. That was a pretty explosive play.
It certainly was. And if you're going to win on the road, it certainly helps to have big playability in your hip pocket, doesn't it?
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Typically down in the first half, I might say, oh, you at least need a field goal out of this drive, but they're down to the point where they need a touch. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19.
'58's the mic, 58. 58's the mic. Rabbit.
6-6, pull it high. Hey, lock it.
Check.
Get it.
Looking to throw. Denny in trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. Montez Sweat in there to drop him, and sacks on 1st and 2nd downs. Now leads to a 3rd and long. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Topper!
Not wanting to risk another sack, they'll play it safe with a run. And they'll indeed stop him on 3rd down. And now what do you want to do with your timeouts? It's a gain of just 3, and the offense likely going to yield to the punting unit here on 4th down. So we're at halftime of this AFC wildcard matchup as we go up to Orlando now and hand it over to Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports halftime report. Take it away, Coach. Both teams trying to avoid being one and done in these playoffs as we start the second half of this AFC wildcard game. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Back. Check. Fresno.
The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. A Jet first down, 18 big yards that time.
First down, Jets.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Now Pollard. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Watch the curls.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And it's intercepted at the goal line. A great read, and it's picked off. Well, they needed a break. They needed to make a play here in the third quarter defensively. They did that. Now they got to go quickly and get some points on the board.
And the best part is that they made their own break. Taking the ball away, now they just look at their offense and saying, guys,
let's go.
Come on, capitalize on this one.
He's out of bounds right at the line of scrimmage.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, wake up.
Yeah.
Let's get moving, guys.
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there at halftime, actually.
I mean, you think you might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't been working.
Go.
54's Mike. Check. Watch 54.
Say go.
On 1st and 10, Denny. They'll buy some time right. Then his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off right around the 43. And now off to the races down the right side. And it's a touchdown for the Jets. Now the try here for the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because we always talk about it being a team game, and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who can make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things. And I think that's what they're looking for right now.
Yeah, you talk about going to your playmakers. They probably need to do it.
Find someone that you're used to touching the football that makes big plays and give them that opportunity to maybe wake up everyone else.
Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. Batting that one free defensively was Lonnie Johnson. They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion.
Hey, 58 is the mic. Go 58's the mic.
Operating from the gun. Denny. That's complete to the Memphis man, Anthony Miller. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. Yeah, that's a 48-yard punt with the coverage holding him to 3 on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
First down, New York.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Let's go.
They'll keep it on the ground. Sampson. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Jets first down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Now a handoff looking right.
You ain't doing nothing today.
And no room to maneuver there. Give him a yard up to the 47. Defensively, a solid response after giving up back-to-back first downs.
You know how we get focused at end of the half and end of the game situations about how much time's on the board and, you know, what you need to do? Sometimes you don't even have to worry about that. That's just smart football. You know, that kind of a lead, staying in bounds, it burns clock, even in a situation that we're not really focused on it.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
I'm coming.
It'll be a handoff to Pollard. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
Well, Brandon, he's had a great day, but sometimes the other guys make a play against you. What's that expression they like to use in the NFL? Those guys get paid too, you know.
Yeah, in college they say, hey, they're on scholarship too. In the NFL, they're getting paid too. With the day he's had, you can have one go in the wrong direction. They'll set up to throw. And he's got his target. That's more. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 36.
Well, we're used to seeing the guy that you consider the number 1 receiver double covered, but how about this guy? He's double covered and finds a way to make the play for a first down.
That's how you increase your Madden rating, right?
No doubt about that at all. And you know something? I think we'll hear about that from him soon.
They'll run on first down. Pollard. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Not much happening there on first down.
I thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
2nd and 7 at the 32-yard line.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Oh, yeah. And here we go again.
Here's Pollard again. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. Play number 7 coming on this drive. It's 3rd and inches.
Let's go heavy. Let's go heavy.
And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. And he's able to get the first here as he's taken down at the 25. Officially a gain of just a yard there, but they do convert on 3rd and inches.
Set. Henry. Mike's by 4. Here we go. Let's bring it. Let's go. Let's bring it.
On 1st down, Sampson. He's got the first down inside the 10, and he's all the way down to the 6-yard line. That good for 19 and a 1st down.
Well, this has been a long drive. In fact, it's eaten up a good chunk of the 3rd quarter, which is precisely what you want when you're playing with the lead. You control the football, you control the clock, and impose your will on the defense.
That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there, because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And, yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. From the gun, Denny, nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
It's been a tough one all game long for this offensive line. They're already down big, and now you know they're just going to come after the quarterback in a big way, don't you?
Yeah, they just can't get out of their own way right now. It's created an avalanche, and an avalanche is coming right on top of them. This is fielded at the 27. 1 quarter remains for the right to survive round 1 here in the AFC. And that'll do it for the end of the 2nd quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. You know, these guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game, and that's always puzzled me a little bit. Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
The Jets on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This time they face a 3rd and 2. trying to run for it with Pollard. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Jet first down.
Brandon, when a defense just simply can't get off the field on third down, and we all know how important that down is for both sides of the ball, you often feel like you're just a step behind whatever they're doing offensively.
And one of the differences in this game, no doubt, third down conversion, and that is going to be a story they'll talk about after this one. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Jets first down.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And he'll get about 5 here as he'll take this down inside the 20-yard line.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. What's that, 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. And a give this time to the tailback. And he'll get this down only to the 18. It'll only be a gain of a yard, and it sets up a 3rd down and 4 now.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
The Jets on 3rd down. They've been very good, 5 for 7 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down.
It's now 4th down.
So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. From the right hash, it's a 35-yard attempt. And his kick is right there. It's good. And that will just add 3 more to a lead that's already out of hand. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points. But this widens it out, as you said. And now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And, okay, all right, I'm being facetious here. But you get points. You feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
2nd and 9 at the 26-yard line.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. 2nd and 9 now. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Back to throw. Denny. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Ed Oliver in there to drop him for a 6-yard loss, and that will lead to 4th down.
That right now, That's a defeated team out there. I think you can see it totally in their body language.
Hands on hips, heads low. It's just been a struggle from the start.
Yeah, this team has been thoroughly beaten right from the word go.
A great return there of 22 yards. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. With this lead and the football, things obviously looking good, but maybe, you've taught me this before, maybe this is where the defense is hoping that the offense helps them preserve that shutout that they've got going.
And it has to be in the minds of the offense that they know how rare it is to get a shutout. So take care of them, protect them, take care of the ball, move it downfield, run the clock down. You don't want your defense to have to go on the field again the rest of the game. Reward them.
On 2nd down, Pollard. And he's across midfield and into Miami territory.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
The Jets on 3rd down. They've had good success, 5 for 8 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 2. Third down, Sampson. That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage. And a loss of 3 to bring up 4th. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Jets football as we get you reset here. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. This one will sail out of bounds. It'll depend on the spot here. And the side judge says that went out at the 7-yard line. And for an offense that is struggling, this is not where you want to start from. Great punt.
Fantastic punt. And for all those who wonder, what do punters do during the course of practice each and every day? The best ones do what we just saw there. Work on positioning the football and helping their team.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest,
don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Use that as ammo going forward.
Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
you're not going to want that feeling.
No, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and run. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the 20 at the 18. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
First and 10 at the 18.
Throwing on first down, Denny. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
Orbit.
Back to the air on 2nd down. Denny, he's going to let it fly. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Denzel Ward. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line.
So many times we end a game, and as we're recapping it, we're talking about what offenses did and how they won the game. Let's flip this one over. The defense, they frustrated the offense the entire ball game. That's why they're walking out of here with a victory.
And they're going to love to walk out of here with that as their final act, that interception. Good way for them to end it.
At the 33-yard line.
Mike is 59. Mike the 59. Target, 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 target.
And they'll indeed take a knee.
The quarterback on the keeper. A loss of a yard on the play. And it's third down.
So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long.
Let's make these babies crawl the way back home.
They said beginning of the season they wanted to get past the wild card round. Well, they just got past the wild card round.
How about that, being able to put the big check marks up in the locker room, right? Get to the wild card game. Check. Got that done. Win a wild card game. Big check. Now you've got to go ahead and set your sights higher. There is a bigger prize out there, and they still have an opportunity.
That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, find us on Twitter at EA Madden NFL. And with that, we sign off from Miami.